Hey there mamas, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm trying a new adventure where I want to put me and my friends' pictures onto a glass vase. Now I had to look up through several different YouTube channels to figure out how to do this, and that's why in my title it says the only way to do it is because honestly I only tried 2 different ways and this was the best. So I just want to show you how easy it was. So what I'm going to do today is just take our pictures together, put it on a glass vase so I can put fake flowers in it for our office space, basically. So what you really need first is the pictures that you want. Now they have to be on computer paper. They cannot be on a 4x6 glossy printout from Walmart, Walgreens type of paper. So it has to be computer paper. You get a vase at any store of your desire. I got mine at the Dollar Tree, so it was only $1.25. Foam brush, whatever's easiest to paint the Mod Podge on. Now the Mod Podge is the photo transfer, and this was actually harder to find than I thought it was going to be. I looked at 3 different stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Walmart. I finally found a bigger tube of this at Hobby Lobby, so that good luck finding it if you can. Anywho, so to start, I got my basics. I'm just going to cut up my pictures real quick, kind of see where I want them on my vase. These pictures printed up a little too large for my liking, but that is what it is. I will have to deal with it. I'm going to keep the extra paper because I'm lazy. So I'm just going to put my Mod Podge on that paper and use it for that. So I guess you get a paper plate. But that Mod Podge is very sticky. So I made these vases earlier this year for Mother's Day for my mom and for my in-laws, and put actual real flowers into it. And they turned out okay. I made some for my sister-in-laws too, and I did not let the glue dry for 24 hours, so it didn't work out very well. So I have my pictures all cut up, ready to go. So what we're going to focus on is putting the Mod Podge on top of your printed page. So right on top of the color, and basically you just stick it on and let it dry. Put those face up. I'm just going to squeeze some Mod Podge on my excess paper so I don't have to dirty something else. I use quite a bit because you really want to get these pictures really saturated with the Mod Podge. So what I'm going to do is take my Mod Podge that I put on this sheet, and like I said, I'm just going to heavily paint the tops of our picture. Now I just put another sheet of paper underneath just so I don't make too much of a mess on my counter. Again, you're going to get that saturated with your stuff. Now, when you do take the paper off, it does come out more of a rustic. Some of the, not the print, but the coloring might run into each other, which is okay because, like I said, it turns out more like a rustic looking picture. So I'm okay with that. But it is going to take some of that coloring off. Sometimes my picture came off because I did not let it dry for 24 hours. I was too early, and everything looked pink and red and blended or ran into each other with all the colors and pictures. It didn't turn out the way I wanted to, but I should have let it dry for a little bit longer. So once you get that all Mod Podge, I'm just going to take my vase and just kind of place it wherever I think I want it to go, basically. You can move it around a little bit once it's applied. So I just set that on. And then I'm just going to kind of rub it onto place and smooth it over. Now be careful if you're rubbing it too hard, you can actually slide the paper around, which is okay if you want to move it. But once it's in place, just kind of make sure it sticks to its place. And guys, that is literally it. That's all I'm going to do for 24 hours and just let it dry. And that's kind of what it looks like on the inside. I just put the rest of the pictures on there as well. Just be careful. This stuff is really, really sticky, ooey gooey. This is probably one of my favorite pictures of us. I don't know if you can see that. Favorite picture. Anywho. I was thinking too, this would be a great gift for Father's Day with, the dads and the kids, and make a vase or on a jar and put their favorite candy into it. Something different, easy, cheaper for sure. something homemade. The kids could help. Now, the only reason I say way to do it is because I tried 2 different techniques. I searched the YouTube to try to find out how to do it, and this was the only thing that worked best for me. Now, the first one I did at least 3 times. I could not get it to work. Is where you put duct tape on top of your pictures and then let it soak and then rub the backing off. But my backing would come off and no picture would stay on except for maybe the black print hung on the duct tape. My pictures would just cut off some of the heads while taking the backing off. Like I could not get it to work. And I tried letting it be in the water for longer, shorter, cooler, warmer. It wasn't working for me. So then I tried this Mod Podge trick, and I feel like this worked the best. I really like it better because it's way easier. And you're going to have to let this dry for at least 24 hours, if not more. Make sure it is really dry to make sure your pictures stay on there. It doesn't run together. You don't take your heads off or something. All right, one more to go. And again, it just goes right on top of the printed part. Nice heavy layer. I like simple crafts, something easy to do. Like I said, get the kids involved. This one's a little bit messier than most, but. Now, I never tried this many photos on a vase before. It's usually just one, but I wanted to kind of cover most of the glass, so. We'll see how that works. Oh yeah, because I don't know if I'll be able to get underneath of that. Oh well. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. But all right, I'm going to let this dry for 24 hours. Honestly, it might be an extra couple of days because I'm working the next few days, so I'm going to be kind of busy. So I'll be back to take this off and we'll see how the rest of it goes. So while that's drying, honestly, I'm just throwing all this away. These foam brushes cost like a couple of dollars for a pack of 4 at one of your craft stores, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't want to clean it off and do that, so I'm just easy clean up, throw everything away. So okay, and that's it. So I got my computer paper prints, Mod Podge, put it on the vase, gonna let it dry for 24 hours or more because I gotta work, so I don't know when I'll get back to this, but I will see you in a few days. Okay, so I'm back to finish my project finally. I definitely let it dry because I let it dry for about a week now. It's been a little while since I got back to it. But anyways, the vase pictures are dry. I put a towel underneath because I make a mess with this. So what we're gonna do is just kind of rub off the paper here. So I got a bowl of lukewarm water. I got Luna, my dog, here to help. So what I'm gonna do is just use my fingertips, dab in the water, and just kind of lightly brush the paper off. And hopefully my pictures will stick to the vase. At least that's what happened last time, so I'm hoping it's gonna work this time. So I'm just gonna kind of dabble here, kind of put it all over. And then try to get the paper off of it. So again, this will kind of look like a, what do I want to say, vintage, antique-y like. But be careful when you keep rubbing the paper because sometimes you can rub the image right off of it too. So it's a kind of hit or miss. You really gotta practice and finagle with it. But I like to put the towel down underneath so I can just throw the paper on there and then I could just toss it in the trash because it does get messy. Kind of see the picture is coming through. Just rubbing the paper off. And we're gonna do this around the whole vase, so bear with me. Kind of see how the paper is kind of rolling off of it. Now I did this with the pictures that weren't fully dried yet, and the whole image turned out this purpley pink. And half the pictures came off with it too, so it didn't take very well. But again, I rushed that project, and I should have taken my time, so I didn't give it enough time to let it dry. So I have Megan's face kind of covered up here, so I'm just trying to roll this piece up and get rid of it a little bit. So I don't need the bottom of her arms. I would like to have her face in the picture. So I'm just trying to tear that off some, see if that helps. But like here, you can kind of tell, I feel like I'm rubbing too much because I'm getting more pink and purples showing through. So I'm going to stop rubbing on it so dang much. And your hands are going to be purpley too. Paper towel to help kind of wipe it. But see how you kind of get like an antique-y type look? I don't know if you can see that. So I got most of the paper off. And then my last step I'm going to put the regular Mod Podge on top to help kind of smooth it out some. Okay, so now I'm going to just use regular Mod Podge Gloss that a lot of people use for everything. I'm just going to dip my foam brush right in the thing because I'm lazy. And I'm just going to kind of brush right on top of it just to make sure it all sticks in place. Smooths it out just a little bit more. And now we're just going to let that dry and see how it turns out. Okay, so here is how it turned out. As you can see, I did the Mod Podge on top. Just so it was a little bit smoother. Again, it has that kind of antique-y feel to it, but it helped kind of get rid of that paper on that was still rolling, you know, just to kind of lay it down. Sorry, Luna's in the background. But yeah, and then I just put some tissue paper in there because of course I'm not going to put water in with my fake flowers. So yeah, so I think it turned out okay and nice just for my office downstairs, but it's a good idea for, like I said, Father's Day presents with Dad and the kids, and make a candy jar or something for other moms for Mother's Day. But something different, something unique, and something you can make for cheap and easy too. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's another way you guys know how to transfer paper onto glass, let me know. I would love to try other ideas because again, I only really tried 2. So like and subscribe if you like this video or want to see me do new things, because again, I'm always trying something new. Remember, moms, to love and support one another.